1. Fire. Combustion. It is a chemical reaction of fuel plus oxygen and it gives heat and light. Example, burning wood, petrol, LPG, etc. Needs three essentials: fuel, oxygen, and ignition temperature. Temperature and heat. Temperature and heat means measure of thermal energy. Temperature is the measure of how hot or cold a substance is. Heat is the energy transferred due to temperature difference. Heat raises temperature until ignition point is reached. Fire triangle. Fuel, heat, and oxygen. All three needed for fire. Fuel, the combustible material. Heat, ignition source. And oxygen supports combustion. Removing any one, then it results in fire is extinguished. Chemistry of heat and combustion. Heat capacity, that is the energy required to raise temperature. Specific heat capacity, heat per unit mass. Latent heat of fusion, that is solid to liquid, and vaporization, liquid to gas. Sublimation, solid to gas directly. Melting point, boiling point, flash point, fire point, ignition temperature. These are the critical thermal thresholds. Heat transfer, that is the conduction, convection, radiation. MSDS examples: LPG, ammonia, chlorine, that is hazard data sheets. So heat capacity. The amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a body by 1 degree Celsius. It depends on mass and material. Specific heat capacity. Heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kg of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. Unit, joules per kilogram Kelvin. Example, water has high specific heat, so it absorbs more heat before temperature rises. Latent heat, the amount of heat energy absorbed or released by a substance during a change of state, that is from solid to liquid or liquid to solid or liquid to gas or gas to liquid, and which is without any change in temperature. So latent heat of fusion, that is the heat absorbed during melting. So solid to liquid change. Vaporization, heat absorbed during boiling. Liquid to gaseous form. No temperature change during phase transition. Sublimation, the direct change from solid to gas. Example, camphor, dry ice, etc. Then thermal points. Melting point, that is temperature at which solid changes to liquid. Example, ice to water. Boiling point, temperature at which liquid changes to gas. Example, water to steam. Flash point, the lowest temperature at which vapor ignites momentarily. Example, petrol. Fire point, temperature at which vapor burns continuously. Example, kerosene. Ignition temperature, minimum temperature needed for spontaneous combustion. Methods of heat transfer. One is conduction. Conduction through solids, that is metal rod. Example. Convection through fluids. Example, hot air rising. Radiation through space. Example, sunlight. MSDS, Material Safety Data Sheets. It provides safety information for chemicals like LPG, ammonia, chlorine, etc. It includes hazards, handling, storage, and emergency measures. LPG, that is flammable, store in ventilated area. Ammonia, toxic, use protective gear. Chlorine, it is corrosive, so avoid inhalation. Methods of fire extinction. Starvation, that is remove fuel. Smothering or blanketing, cut off oxygen. Cooling, reduce temperature. Extinguishing agents, water, foam, CO2, dry chemical powder. Suitability depends on fire class. Example A, B, C, D, K, etc. So starvation. The principle is that remove the fire, remove the fuel that feeds the fire. So example, shut off gas supply, isolate burning materials. Effect. Fire dies when no combustible substance remains. Smothering or blanketing. Principle, cut off oxygen supply. Example, cover fire with sand, foam, carbon dioxide or fire blanket. Effect, prevents air contact, that is combustion stops. Cooling. The principle is that lower the temperature below ignition point. Example, use water spray or mist. Effect, removes heat energy so fire cannot sustain. Fire extinguishing agents. Water, the action is cools, suitable for class A materials. Foam, smothers fire, suitable for class B like liquid fires. Carbon dioxide, it displaces oxygen, suitable for electrical and class B fires. Dry chemical powder, it interrupts chemical reaction, so suitable for class C, that is gas fires. Halo, chemical inhibition, so it is sensitive equipment for uh, classes of fire and extinguishing agents. Class A, the type of materials are ordinary combustibles, solid materials. Examples wood, paper, cloth, rubber, etc. So the suitable extinguishing agents are water, foam, like it cools and smothers the class A type of fire. Class B, flammable liquids like petrol, diesel, kerosene, paint. So use foam, CO2, dry chemical powder. So all these things smothers oxygen. Class C fire, they are flammable gases. Example, LPG, methane, propane, etc. So uses carbon dioxide or DCP, displaces oxygen and interrupts reaction. Class D fire, combustible metals like magnesium, sodium, potassium, etc. So we use dry powder, special type. It isolates metal from air. Class K fire, that is cooking oils and fats. Example, vegetable oil, ghee, butter, etc. So use wet chemical extinguishers. It cools and forms a barrier for the fire. Then fire extinguishers types like water, foam, carbon dioxide, dry powder, halon, etc. We have pass rule. Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. So types of fire extinguishers. Water, the content is pressurized water. It cools burning material. Most suitable for class A, the solid combustibles. Foam, it contains water and foam compound. It smothers oxygen layer. So suitable for class A and B kind of fires like solids and liquids. Carbon dioxide. It is compressed carbon dioxide gas. It displaces oxygen, cools down the fire. Suitable for class B and C, liquids and electricals. Dry chemical powder. That powder is in monoammonium phosphate. So it interrupts chemical reaction, suitable for class B, C, and D. Halo, halogenated hydrocarbons, chemically inhibit. So sensitive equipments like machines and all. Wet chemical, potassium acetate solution, cools and forms the barrier, suitable for class K, like cooking oils, fats, etc. Pass rule, how to operate fire extinguisher. So first, pull the safety pin. Then aim the nozzle at the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle to release the agent. Sweep side to side until the fire is out. So pass rule. Pull, aim, squeeze and sweep.